Hey everyone, it's Erin. I'm here with my 15-week update. It is a week prior to my 4-month surge anniversary, and I had my 3-month doctor's appointment last week. It was delayed a little bit, I had to cancel it. And I've got kind of some interesting information, but let me get you my weigh-in results. I weighed in on Saturday and I was only down a pound, and I was pretty sure that this was going to happen, and the reason why is I have been pretty sick the last 5-6 days, and last week, in the middle of the week, I got really dehydrated. I was exercising, it was really hot, and I guess I didn't stay on top of my fluids like I needed to be, and I was really sick, like muscle pain, lethargy, just general ickiness, and it took me about 24 hours to recover. And I know when I've gotten dehydrated, and I've never gotten that dehydrated since having surgery, that whenever dehydration is a factor, it stalls my weight loss. And I did lose a pound, which is fabulous, but it wasn't like as significant as the week prior where I lost 5. But we'll just have to keep on trucking, and I think that brings me to another some other information that I wanted to share, and perhaps some of you out there have experienced this too. But I suffer from allergies, and when I get sick or had colds, I normally take decongestants. Well, what I have found is that along with taking the decongestants, the exercise, the heat, all of those factors, on top of having had gastric bypass surgery, you're way more susceptible to dehydration. And nobody had ever told me this. I mean, I guess it's kind of common sense if you think about it. If you're already susceptible post-op, and you add all of these things in the mix, it's you've got to be really careful. And for any of you that take decongestants on a regular basis, just make sure that your water intake is sufficient, because you will pay dearly, and I did, so that wasn't very fun. Let's see, doctor's appointment. I had my doctor's appointment a week ago today, and when I went in there, they said, oh, you're down 57 pounds, that's like 30% of your excess body weight, and I had that I was down 47 pounds at that point. So they have got my starting weight 10 pounds more than what I thought it was, so I don't know whether or not I need to change my starting weight. I think just to keep things consistent, I am going to keep it as is, but I guess technically I'm wrong. I guess I was 10 pounds heavier when I had my surgery, and or at least that's what they've got recorded. But I didn't feel like arguing with the doctor. I was just like, oh, okay, great. That's 30% of your excess body weight. That's pretty significant, I guess. I guess most people 3 to 3.5 months out are only down 20 to 25%. So, pretty cool. I went to my regular doctor today, and I haven't seen my regular doctor since I've had the surgery, and I've had post-op, I've seen the nurse practitioner and another physician in her practice because she hasn't been available. But today I went because I've been really sick, and I swear I have whooping cough, but they're saying I've got bronchitis. But if you were to hear me cough, I sound like some sort of crazy dinosaur from Jurassic Park. It's kind of scary. And I'm hoping that I don't have to stop the video because I go on a coughing jag, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that doesn't happen. Anywho, I haven't seen my doctor. My doctor is not an advocate of weight loss surgery, and I started seeing her last fall. I hadn't had a primary care physician for years because I was too scared. I was too scared to establish a relationship with a doctor, because they always tell you you're fat and you need to lose weight, and I guess it was my way of just being in denial. And I last year, when I really started to consider weight loss surgery, I'm like, you need to get, this is me talking to myself, you need to get with a doctor, you need to start taking care of yourself, and, you know, if this is what you really want, you need to step up to the plate and make sure that you're healthy. So, you know, I went to her and I had talked to her about my desire for weight loss surgery, and she kind of poo-pooed the idea, and my insurance at the time, you know, made me jump through a lot of hoops. And then I found out that if I switched my insurance, I wouldn't have to jump through as many hoops, and I wouldn't need necessarily her permission. So I didn't get her permission. I went on my own and did the gastric bypass, and I was lucky for that. But now I'm kind of rambling and losing the point of my story. I haven't seen her since surgery, but the office staff, when I was getting ready to check out today and pay my copay and whatnot, the woman was like, "Oh my God, Erin, you look so good." She's like, "I didn't recognize you. If it weren't for your hair, I wouldn't have known it was you. You look great." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. And, you know, I'm down almost 70 pounds. I had gastric bypass." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you look so good." And that felt so good. And last week, a coworker of mine had also mentioned, "Oh my gosh, you're wasting away." And I'm like, "Oh, no, you know, I'm not." But it's nice to hear those comments. And the funny thing with my coworkers, as I had shared with my supervisor, I've got like 2 supervisors, and pre-op I shared that I was going to have the surgery and that I was going to be off for, you know, a week to 10 days, and I wasn't like keeping it a secret, but I wasn't going to tell, you know, I didn't feel like announcing it and say in our staff meeting and say, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to be gone for having surgery, blah blah blah," because you always, and I love the people I work with, but there are, I think, a few people that would maybe be some negative Nancy's, and I didn't feel like, you know, dealing with it. And so it's not like it's just some giant secret, but my guess is it got out and people don't want to say anything, or they're uncomfortable, or they're thinking that it's a secret. It's not. So I kind of chuckled to myself, and, you know, that finally somebody acknowledged that I've dropped quite a bit of weight. So yeah. So those are some cool non-scale victories that I had that boosted my confidence, even though I only lost a pound, you know. So I haven't been able to do my jogging / walking at all because of my cough. Any type of like exertion or anything triggers coughing, and it's not fun, and I haven't done that. So I'm starting antibiotics today, and I'm hoping within, you know, a couple days I'll feel up to starting that again. I feel kind of crappy that I haven't been able to do it, but, you know, what can you do? I'm not going to push myself and make myself more sick. So I can't really think of anything else. Those were my scale victories, down the 1 pound, and my non-scale victories. So yeah, I guess I will just end this here and call it good. And if anything changes or happens, I will update you. I really, really want to get together. My oldest daughter has promised me this week, I think Wednesday, I'm going to take some photos, and she's really good with doing like the YouTube photo compilation videos, and I think I'm going to have her help me. She said she would. So hopefully I get that out. I know I've been promising and I haven't done it, but she said Wednesday we should probably be able to work on it. So I'm out for now. Hope everyone is doing fabulously, and we will chat soon. Take care.